All right, Discord is borderline useless if you're a writer now. So lots of groups will organize through Discord. The subset that I'm talking about, because it's a channel, is writing groups because it's just really useful. It is a good forum to bring together writers, beta readers, editors, critiques, so on. So you can all get in a chat together and you can talk about stories and writing and give critique and you can discuss things and share memes, name it. It works really, really well for that, except for the fact that it's run by a bunch of totalitarian commies, apparently, who think that, oh my god, we have the technology now. You know what we should do? Is invade everyone's privacy with an omnipotent AI reading every message, every attachment, every link, presumably, and every image, so we can track down those naughty, naughty rule breakers that want to gamble and talk about mean words. They're sugarcoating it as like, oh, well, these are the rules anyway. You know what? Discord moderation has never made a lot of sense. And sometimes it's not even their fault. It's because governments tell these companies that, no, you have to moderate it. It's your responsibility to make sure that people aren't privately sending bad messages to each other. But the thing is, like, when it comes to writing groups, like that, it's not even a question of like having wrong think, because it's like the AI is not going to have the contextual understanding of, for example, writing a story about high stakes gambling, where you are constantly posting about if you're grabbing passages from a manuscript and writing them, talking about them, the AI is not going to know that that's a made up story. It's going to think you're violating laws, and that gets you banned. If you write a story, say, set in the past, authentic, even if it's the bad people using the bad words, AI is not going to know that. You're going to get banned. Now, people have pointed out that allegedly this is the exact same issue with Google Docs. Oh man, if you're storing your documents in the cloud, you're just storing it on someone else's computer. Unfortunately, Google Docs is incredibly fucking convenient. And they've, as far as I'm aware, they've never actually enforced anything about like stories. There are specific cases where I believe hentai artists have gotten their collections purged with no recourse, and that's just wrong. But yeah, the thing is that the way that Discord moderation used to go wrong would be that you had a big server and then someone goes in and posts the N-word or something, then they screenshot, oh my god, look at this, someone in this server is using the N-word, and then boom, deleted, because that's how Discord moderation used to work. So in a sense, this is an improvement because it's the team that checks it, but it's no longer checking reported issues. It's checking everything. I mean, so people are going to get warned and blocked. They might go back to old messages. You might have an account that just, boom, the AI read through the things you've said over the last 10 years and decided that, no, you're not getting warned. We finally just figured out that you're supposed to be banned for having violated the rule. And again, this isn't necessarily people that are like actually calling each other slurs or something, or actually sharing, like, okay, so we probably need resources in Discord so that it can't be used distributing CP, for example. But it always gets misapplied, though. And like I said, it's going to be the death knell of writing groups, because you won't be able to write about controversial subjects. As an American, I supposedly have free speech. Apparently, this is the fundamental way that censorship is going to get in. Who would have guessed? It's not going to be someone like Amazon saying, no, you can't publish your alien abduction non-con smut fantasy story. It's going to be that you can't discuss it among consenting consumers of the fantasy. So you will be denied the digital tools to create that story compared to a more family-friendly story. Apparently, that's the weird puritanical dystopia that Silicon Valley is bringing to us right now. I'm sure a lot of you listening to this probably have more personal takes of just like, oh my god, you mean I can't have those naughty Disney Pixar AI generated movie posters anymore. Oh no, I've only seen 1,000 of those in the last hour. Uh, but let's be real. Like even if you can say something like that is like obviously circumventing the intent of the rules and so on, it is not unless it's going to catch the wrong people. It does. They're trying to patch it over, saying, "Oh, it's context aware." It's not going to be context aware. It's just going to be misapplied. It's going to do things just like, "Oh, this person wants to rally at Washington D.C. for political purpose. Oh, wonder why. Oh, it's for a cause that we like. Oh, it's fine. It's for a cause we don't like. Hello, FBI. You need to go to this person." You can't tell me that anyone who thinks about this doesn't realize that that's how it's going. But what can be done about it? Well, you can be like me. You can go to the link in the Gilded, or in the description of this video, and go to the Gilded server where I have the book club, which, by the way, you should tune in tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Frankenstein's gonna be good. Because Gilded is just the same as Discord, but it's less politically captured. But there are downsides to it, obviously. You're crazy if you act like the major platforms like Discord, like Box, like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and so on. That the fundamental issue with alt tech is the actual experience on these bigger platforms is bigger because they'll throw millions and millions and millions of dollars at development, and then they have the larger community to get feedback from and to test, to roll out things and test and experiment and to improve, and you are gathering more ideas, and it just works more effectively for the larger platforms that are making more money, even if they are like collared, leashed, and at the heel of the government. And unfortunately, it's not just your government. It's the political shit show that is Canada's government. It is the European Union's dictates. It is the whims of the Chinese Communist Party. It is plenty of world governments that have their own versions of what you can and can't do, and therefore they need to have the digital tools because they exist. They exist. You must implement them. They exist. So you must have an artificial intelligence read everything that your users say. Even though, like, if this was ever applied to the letters in your mail, you'd have riots. Our modern society is just destroyed. And that's why I write Cyberpunk. You should check out my book in the description if you want to see what is unironically a better future, even though I tried to write it as though I wrote a future where the government doesn't particularly care what you do. And that's just so much nicer than this bullshit we have right now. But, yeah, you'll see, I think you saw in the thumbnail that I just have the proof. Discord isn't hiding the fact that they're rolling out an AI that's scanning everything. But, it's so you can get warnings and explanation. Well, I actually show you the post that was the problem. Is there an appeals? Probably not. Healing moderation ever really work? I've seen for years people on YouTube get bad strikes and false copyright claims and this, that, and the other thing. Or just flagrantly dox somebody and get away with it. And the only recourse is rallying a mob, apparently on Twitter. So, to all the writers who follow me, I hope that you find a new way to communicate with your writing circle. Because you are going to discover that people that you thought were just distant, they were busy. Life got to them. They were actually banned and they don't know how to get a hold. That's what's going to happen. Please leave a comment below if you have a alt tech suggestion that people should be checking out. Obviously, I'm on the Gilded train now. I have like a legacy account on Discord. That's all. But yeah, comment below, drop a like, drop a subscribe, buy my book. Yeah, we're in the cyberpunk dystopia. What can I even say?